Okay, good morning students. Welcome to the session. Now today's class we discuss about modes of transfer. Okay, what is the modes of the transfer? The data that can be transferred from one device to another device, within the device, for one device to another device, or one location to another location within the device. We have to discuss it in the modes of transfer. Okay, here the modes of the transfer means we have to transfer the data to the IO devices to the memory is nothing but modes of transfer from it within the device. Okay, modes of transfer means IO devices means input and output devices to memory. Okay, the data that can be transferred from input and output devices to the memory. Okay, it consisting of mainly three types of data transfers. Okay, the modes of transferring information between the internal storage and external IO devices is known as a IO interface, input or output interface. Okay, modes of transfer is nothing but data that can be transferred IO devices to the memory, and also internal devices or external devices to the IO interfaces. Okay, the interface acts as a mediator between the input and output devices. Okay, the data transfer to and from peripheral may be handled in one of the three positions. Here, peripheral means external devices. Peripheral means external devices. Okay, what is the modes of the transfer? The data that can be transferred from internal storage and external devices is known as a IO interface. IO means input and output interface. Okay, the data that can be transferred from the IO devices and memory is nothing but modes of transfer. Okay, here data transfer or from the peripherals may be handled one of the three positions. Okay, with data transfers between the to and from peripherals is nothing but nothing but modes of transfer. It is categorized into three types. First one is programmed IO, second one interrupt initiated IO, third one direct memory access. Okay, these are the three types of modes of transfers available in the computer. Okay. Okay. Next, coming to let us discuss about the programmed IO. Okay, programmed IO operations or results of IO instructions written in the computer program. What is a programmed IO? Okay, programmed IO transfer the information through IO devices to the memory. Okay, here we have the block diagrammatic representation of programmed IO. Okay, each data item transferred is initiated by the instructions in the program. Transferring of the data under programmed IO is between the CPU and peripheral devices. For every modes of transfer, we have three categories. First one is programmed IO. Every programmed IO we have the data that can be transferred from CPU to peripherals. CPU means like memory or input and output devices. Okay, indirect memory access. Okay, we have three types of memories. One is programmed IO, second one is initiated IO, next third one is indirect memory access. Direct memory access. In direct memory access, the interface transfer data in and out of the memory unit through the memory bus. Many computers combine the interface logic with requirements for direct memory access into one of units is called the IO processor. Okay, these are the definitions for these three categories. One is programmed IO and second one is initiated interface IO. Third one is direct memory access. Okay, let us discuss about the programmed IO. Okay, this is a data transfer from IO devices to CPU. This is a programmed IO block diagram. Okay, what is a programmed IO? The data that can be transferred from IO devices to CPU or memory in the computer is nothing but programmed IO. Here this is a block diagram of programmed IO. Okay, these are the input and output devices. Okay, here these are the input and output devices. Okay, this is the input and output bus. From input output devices, okay, the data is transferred to this interface. Okay, these these are the input and output devices. From input and output devices, the data is transferred to input-output bus. What is the meaning of the bus? The data that can be transferred from one side to another side. Source to destination, it can be transferred with the help of bus. Okay. Okay, what here IO bus transfer the data from IO devices. Next IO devices transfer the information whether the data is available in that is a valid data or not. That can be represented with the help of data valid. Okay, here after transferring the information through IO bus and data is valid or not, next here the data is accepted, that information is passed to interfaces to the IO devices. Okay, here this is a data register and status register, and here this is a flag. Okay, data register, status register, and this is a flag. Okay, here it is a interface. Okay, this is a data register. In data register, it contains some data available that is comes from IO devices. Okay, this is the interface consisting of data register, status register, and flag bit. Okay, here the data register, the whole information or data is stored in the data register, whatever the data that is coming from the IO devices. Okay, IO devices transfer the information through IO bus. IO bus means the data that can be transferred from source to destination. Okay, here the data valid. Okay, here the IO devices sends the information to the interface that the data is valid or not. Data valid that can be transferred to the interface. Okay, here the data register, the whole data of IO devices, IO bus, and data valid that can be transferred to the data register. Okay, here the data that coming from IO devices, it is correct or not, it is a correct input or not, or valid data or not, that is identified with the help of data register and status register, and that information is transferred to the IO devices. Okay, here the interface accept the data, then the output is data is accepted to send to the IO devices. Okay, here the interface accept data coming from the IO devices, then only interface transfer the information about the data acceptance. Okay, here the data coming from IO devices is stored in the data register. In here the status bit means here the flag contains flag bit. F means flag bit means 1. It contains some data. Okay, data register contains some data. Flag bit is 1. Okay, if flag bit is 0, the data register does not contain any information. Okay, here the status register performs. Okay, the status is available. Whatever the information that is available in the data register or not, that is comes from the status register. Okay, here the interface transfer the information. Next coming, first of all, input and output devices means keyboard, mouse, okay, or monitor. That information is comes to the interface and then transfer to the through data bus to CPU. CPU is it performs some operations. Whatever the data it may be, it is a calculation part or any file work. Okay, that is performance the processor in the CPU. That information is transferred to the processor in the CPU. Here the interface transfer the information to CPU through data bus. Okay, and the CPU transfers the address bus where the data is located through address bus. This is a IO read and this is IO write. Okay, IO read means input output device read. IO write means input and output write. Okay, here this is a CPU. The data transfer from IO devices to CPU. Okay, whatever the program, IO means programmed input and output devices that can be transfer the information to the CPU like this. Okay, this is the IO devices. IO devices means with the help of CPU, with the help of keyboard, mouse, monitor, we have to transfer the information with these requirements to the CPU. Okay, here this is the IO devices. IO devices sends the information through IO bus to interface. Interface acts as a mediator between the IO devices and also CPU. Okay, it performs some operation for transferring of the information from one end to the another end. Okay, IO devices transfer the information IO bus Okay, here the data valid bus, and the interface accept the data, then transfer the information to data is accepted. Okay, here the interface contain the data register and status register. Whatever the data it may be, that is stored in the data register. Okay, here the status bit, whether the data register contains some data or not, it requires some status about the information about the data register or information. Okay, here F means flag bit. Whether the flag bit is 1, it contains the data register in interface that contains some data. If flag bit is 0, the data register does not contains any information. Okay, here the interface that transfer the information to the database, and the CPU transfer the information. Okay, whether the data, here the interface contains, the interface transfer some data to the CPU. The CPU identify that address, and the data bus address is transferred to the address bus through address bus to the interface. This is nothing but address bus. The data is coming from the interface to the CPU, that is located in the CPU. That data is where the data is located, that is transferred to the interface, that is nothing but address bus. Here the read, input output read operations from the interface. The CPU read the input and output operations. Output operations read from the interface, and also CPU write the operations from the interface. Okay, that regarding data bus, IO read, IO write, that information is stored in data register. That's why CPU access that information from interface. Okay, this is nothing but data transfer from IO devices to CPU. Okay, here this is also a flow chart of CPU program in input and output data. Okay, this is also a programmed IO. This is a flow chart for programmed IO. This is a flow chart for programmed IO. Here first of all, read data register. Okay, in the information transfer from data register, okay, interface consisting of data register. Initially we have some data. Read data register. Initially the data register has some contain some instructions or some program. That is transferred to the check flag. Check flag bit. Check flag bit means flag bit. F is indicated as flag bit. Flag bit is 1. The data register contains some data. Okay. Here check flag bit means 1 and 0. Check flag bit. Okay. Here and then transfer to, we have to check to the flag bit. Okay. Whether the flag bit is 1, read the status register. Whether the flag bit is 0, it is not applicable for the next level. Okay, here first the read the data register. Here the some content or information is stored in the read data register, and check flag bit. Check flag bit means flag bit is either 0 or 1. It is identified with the help of flag bit. Okay, flag bit is 1 means, flag bit is 1 means, okay, read the status register. Okay, read the status register means that is the data is available in the data or not, that is read it and performance with the help of status register, and then transfer data to the memory. Okay, whether the data is available in the data register, and then that memory is transferred to the data is transferred to the memory or CPU. Okay, IO devices from CPU or memory. Okay, whether the data is available in the data register, that is checked with the help of status register, and the data is transferred to the memory. And here whatever the operation with the data, that is completed. The operation is completed. Okay, here the data is transferred to the memory. The operation is completed. As the operation is successfully completed. Okay, here is the operation is successfully completed. Here continue with program. Continue. The operation is successfully completed. Then that program will be successfully. Okay, flowchart for the programmed IO. Okay, here we have to read the data from the input devices, input and output devices read the data register and check the flag bit. Okay, read the data register and check the flag bit, whether the flag bit will be the 0 or 1, and read the status register and transfer the data to the memory, and whether the data is available in the memory, that data is transferred to the memory, and then operation is completed. Okay, here the operation is completed. Next, continue with that program. Okay, this is the flow chart of CPU. Okay, whether the operation is not completed, that is the loop is again repeated. Okay, here the flag bit is 1. The data is read from the data register with the help of status register, and then transfer the data to the memory. Okay, and then transfer the data to the memory. The operation is completed. As continue with the program here, but the operation is not completed. Okay, that operation will be repeated from the read data register. If the flag bit is 1, the process is like that. As continue with the program. If flag bit is 0, it indicates that it does not contain any data in the data register. If flag bit is 0, it does not contain any data in the data register. Okay, this is the flow chart of the program to the input data. Okay, from the CPU. Okay, here from the read the data register. From IO devices, the data register read the input. Okay, and then transfer to the check flag. Okay, flag means whether the data is available in the data register or not. If flag bit is 0, the loop will be again repeated for the data. Okay, if flag bit is 1, read the status register. The data is available. Which type of the data is available is present in the data register, that is informed to the status register, and then the data is stored in the data register is transferred to transfer data to the memory, and then the operation is completed. Okay, here is continue with the program. The operation is completed. The operation is completed. As continue with the program. Here the operation is not completed. Again, that is repeated from the first one. Okay, read data register. This is about the flowchart representation of the programmed IO. Okay, with the help of the block diagram of programmed IO, we have to represent this flowchart with step-by-step procedure. Okay, here we have here this is a data transfer from IO devices to the CPU. Okay, the data is coming from IO devices with the help of IO bus, and data, if data is valid or not, that is comes from IO devices to the interface. Next, interface transfer the information is whether the data is accepted or not. Okay, next interface contain the data register and status register. Data register contain the data is available. Okay, whatever the data that is coming from IO devices, that is available in the data register. Here the status register means whether the data is sufficient. Okay, whether the data is, with the help of flag bit, status register identify the data is available in the data register or not. Okay, here F means flag bit. Flag bit is 0, it indicates the data does not provide in the data register, that not coming from the IO devices. If flag bit is 1, the data register contains some information. Next, then the data register of interface, then pass it to the data bus to the CPU, and then CPU identify the which location the data is available with the help of address bus, and IO read and IO write that can be performed with the help of CPU. This is about the block diagram of programmed IO. Next, coming to the flowchart. Next, coming to the flowchart. Okay, with the help of the block diagram of programmed IO, the flowchart is represented like this. Okay, read the data register and then check the flag bit. Okay, flag bit means we have to define what is flag bit. Whether the 0 is, the data register does not contain any information. Whether the 1 is, the data bit contains some information. Okay, here the read the status bit. Read status bit read status bit that is coming from the data register and transfer the data to the memory. That information, what is the information that is available in the data register, that is comes from the memory. Transfer data to the memory and then operation is completed. Okay, yes. S means the operation is completed here, the data is coming from the memory. Okay, and then continue with the program. No means again the loop will be, no means the again loop will be repeated. No means the loop will be again repeated. No means the loop again will be repeated. Here also flag bit will be 0. Here it will be also repeated. Okay, here in programmed IO the problem is occurred with okay, from IO devices to memory the passes the information with the help of flag bit. Here the loop will be repeated, the memory is wasted. Here in programmed IO the modes of transfer is one of the programmed IO. The programmed IO is one of the modes of the transfer. Here one problem is occurred, whether the flag bit is 0 or 1. 1 means it continues the operation. Whether it is at 0 means the loop will be repeated. Okay, that's why the CPU does not utilize it efficiently in programmed IO. Okay, here the CPU is idle in programmed IO. In programmed IO, CPU is idle. With the here the loop will be related. That's why the CPU time is wasted. The utilization of CPU is does not provided in effective manner. Okay, the information that is passed from IO devices to memory or IO devices to CPU, it contains some delay. Okay, that's why the CPU is in idle state. We have to rectify that problem. We have to use a next mode of transfer, that is initiated interrupted IO. Okay, for the efficient transferring of the data, if the CPU is not utilized in this programmed IO inefficiently, that's why we have to go to the initiated interrupt IO. Okay, the program IO can arise as the some problem. It has some disadvantages because we have to check the data with the help of flag bit, whether it is a 0, it does not contains any information. Okay, whether the flag bit is 1, it contains some information. Here the process is laid in programmed IO. That's why the CPU utilization is not in effective manner. That's why we have to go to the next mode of transfer is initiated interrupted IO. Next class we discuss it about the initiated interrupt IO. Okay, thank you.